fancy intro music. Yeah! Woohoo!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we have Return of the Mega Cube, which we've been getting a few times a year. Needs to happen more often, especially with some of the stuff that we want to source. You know, y'all want to source the Vidar skin and you want to get the officers, and I get that. But the first thing you need to do if you just turned this video on is go to the event store, and if you have a leftover Borg loot, you're going to skip everything. All the cosmic cleanup stuff, all the Apex stuff still sitting in your store, and go over to this. Your Borg Mega Cube directives. If you have got 3,750 Borg loot left over. Now, I've already done this. You need to buy this. You need to get the Mega Cubes. Get the Mega Cube directives. Why, you're asking, Rev? What do you need this for? You need the Mega Cube directives for this event because it is a 3-day laid out event. There's a structure to it, and if you want to be able to do it completely, you need to follow this video's advice. So let's start with that. You're going to see this in your folder. We're actually right here. Return of the Mega Cube. First event is live target practice. Now, let's go to our friend Ripper, STFC.space, one of the best resources in the game. This is what we're doing here. And I'm going to show you every day's worth of these events and why you need to plan strategically, because there's also a Borg officer refinery that so many of you are going to be tempted. Speaking of, today, you're going to get rewards for Borg officer tokens. Yay. Don't spend them, okay? Listen to Rev. Don't spend them yet. Wait. You're going to spend them. Just don't do it yet. But day one, you're going to collect all these. You're going to get your war funds, and you're going to start getting Borg recruit tokens. Now, you should already see, so if we take this off the screen, you should already see in your officer recruit the Borg available in the pools. So you should have a new one. If it's not proccing, let me know. Sometimes people have a delay in this, but show up for the next 3 days. You can see we get active nanoprobes, officers, including all the fancy new officers that we love, and then officer XP. Just don't spend yet. So we want to complete this first edition of the, active nanoprobe hunt. Now, remember that there are several different crews that you can use. We've talked about these crews a lot lately. There's even a screenshot that I can share if y'all really want to. You know what? I'm going to show you. How about we just take a look at some of the crews for grinding hostiles? And what I'll do is I'll put up on the screen here. And this is using Spock's Club. If y'all remember Spock's Club, we try to give love to everybody who does amazing work. So transition, take a look at this. This is Spock's Club. These are various crews that you can use to fight level 33 Borg probes. And you can see which ones are most effective. Obviously the Strange New World crew is at the very top, but there's also a lot of very effective crews that you can use. Look for basically the one that says estimated kills per hull. That's where you're looking for the biggest. But either way, any of these will work depending on where you're at. And if you're a lower level player, you want to start looking at the very end of that. See where it says 7 and 8 and 9. Using that versus 29s, very effective to get this event done. Now that you have crews, let's take that back off the screen and go back to the event. So we were talking about strategically running this in a way that gets us what we need in terms of all the tokens. So this is day one. Now you're going to have a leaderboard that comes up. I know most of you go, leaderboards are trash. We hate leaderboards, but this leaderboard you're actually not going to hate. And here's why. Recruit and assimilate SLB. Now, yes, it's another leaderboard, but look, come down to the bottom, 26 out of 200. That's a lot of people at that range. What if I go up to this range? 200 people scoring. That's pretty nice. So when we've got this bracketed, yes, it is one of those like limited participation, but also there's a high level of winners. So you do want to place in this leaderboard, and that's why you need to have the ability to get officer shards. That's all you got to do. Use your Borg officer shards to help get in this leaderboard for, once again, war funds and your directives. You're going to want to run these directives. All right, so that's going to day two. Then let's go over to this one. Borg Armada attack. Again, see where we're going with this. Look, destroy Borg Armadas. Remember when I said that you needed to get that big Armada? You want to go after the really big one, the Mega Cube? Here's why. Destroying a Mega Cube is 120 points. Losing to it is 50. And just starting it is 50. A big thing is if you try to do this with uncommons, it's gonna be very difficult for your alliance to finish this event. But the rewards are pretty good for the war funds and also more recruit tokens. We want those recruit tokens. So because of that, this SMS, we need to finish this SMS, and the easiest way is with the Mega Cube. And there's a strategy for fighting those cubes we'll talk about here in this video. Are y'all following me so far? Gosh, I hope you are. So here we have this. You see this was a event that SMS ran. We want to make sure we can launch these. And then finally, you have the Mega Cube Directive bonus run. And it does say retrieving. It said the same thing. We ran this back in April, but you get a point for every Mega Cube launched, thus giving you Mega Cube Directive. So it kind of feeds into itself, which then brings us to the actual Mega Cube fights and how we want to lay out crews for them. So all this centered around giving you the event store loot and the currencies that you're wanting to get the things that you want, because we all have things in the game we want. Because I know everybody's wanting this Infinitus skin. I want the Infinitus skin. I still don't have it. In fact, let me go take a look. How close is Rev to the Infinitus skin? Hit our refits button. Oh my gosh. Not close enough is the answer, by the way. 22 out of 60. I'm still a long way away, but I desperately want it. Not because I need it, just because it looks freaking amazing. Is this not a beautiful, beautiful skin? Now let's talk about fighting these Mega Cubes. We're just fighting Borg Armadas in general and how you should crew out your ships, okay? So let's talk the Mega Cube first. We can use the same logic to a lot of things, but what you want to focus on, you can do the cannons or the disruptors. Definitely stay away from the tractor beams. Now you're going, Rev, why the heck do I stay away from the tractor beams? If you already know the answer to that, like this video. If you're a veteran, like the video. But you want to stay away from the tractor beam because as I'm going to scan it and show you, hit the little I button. Come right here, look at its accuracy. This is a huge bonus. It means that your Vidars will have no mitigation. That's not good. You want to have mitigation in this game. It's very important, very, very important. If you follow this channel, you know that. So because of this, you do not want to fight tractor beams. If you want to fight the photons and don't want to fight the disruptors, that's fine. You take a look at their scans, you hit this little I button and look at what their bonus is. You see, this is against shield piercing. This is for explorers. Well, we're not using explorers. And then you look at the defense, all the numbers are basically the same. So no real huge bonus except for how that attack can hit you. And you want to make sure that you're keeping your mitigation high. Less damage you take, obviously the longer you survive. You can focus on disruptors or cannons. Specifically stay away from the tractor beams. Got it? Now let's talk crews. There's one officer that I want to focus on early on because this is important. If you're a lower level player, you can contribute highly to Mega Cube. And you're going, Rev, I don't believe you. Let me tell you how you can contribute. So go down to your Borg officers real quick. You're going to find 9 of 11. 9 of 11. Look at the captain's ability. When fighting a Borg ship, 9 of 11 decreases the critical chance 10%. That's without synergy. Now, what happens when you run full synergy? If only there was a graphic that could show such things. There is. Hey, Rev's got graphics, and we like graphics. And if Rev's lame and you like lame, let me know in the comment section below. So look here, I have the weakest ship at the top. That's what you want to run. If you have a 5-man armada, a 6-man armada, you should be able to easily defeat a Mega Cube with max Vidars. But even if you have like a level 30 player, and let's just say their Vidars tier 7, if they want to participate, bring the weakest ship with that crew. The whole purpose is to negate the Armada's critical chance. That's what you're trying to go for. And then what you're going to go from there is the second style. One ship should run 5-6 Lorca. Why Lorca? Well, remember, Hull Breach gives you a bonus with critical hits. Now, that's where the next set of officers comes in. This one, preferably 5-6 Con, good generic crew, good Borg run crew, high mitigation, critical hits, plus piercing bonus thanks to 6. Remember, 6 of 11 is an increase to your base piercing stat, so very helpful in these runs. Now, this is just an example of running. You can run several different variations of this crew. You could even run Kirk Spot Con if you wanted to, but just basically, here are the crews you want to run. Weakest ship runs the crew at the very top, thanks to this little lady here in the background. We love you, little lady. Thank you for helping out. Don't get her confused with 8, by the way. You have the Fight the Collective. Definitely make sure you're running the right one. Second ship, you should have at least one ship running 5-6 Lorca. You don't need more. You can have a second ship that also brings burning, which is your Joe. That's why it's included up there. This is part of an original graphic completed by somebody else that I've changed a few things just because I think this is a little bit more efficient. But the bottom, if you don't have Con for whatever reason, you can run this crew, just full synergy. I don't know why you would have 5-6 and not Con, but just in case. But this one at the very bottom, 5-man Armada running this setup should easily win versus the Mega Cube. That's the key. That's the spill. If you follow all of these tips, if you follow all of this, you should be able to complete this pretty easily. Even if you're not a level 42 player like Rev, these are not super hard to defeat. But here's the cost, and this is why I had you go after those directives. You need 10 to launch it. But if you launch it and win, you basically have finished the events that we're talking about. Remember, this goes over 3 days. Let's bring up the folder one more time, Return to the Mega Cube. There are also the solo leaderboards. Obviously, you're going to want to participate in that. Destroying Borg Armadas, spinning directives. Look at the winners here. 50 in this bracket. It's a good amount of winners. And the payout, a good officer. So if you want to participate, this is how you do it efficiently. Now you're going to go, Rev, you just gave away all the secrets. Promise you I didn't, because not everybody watches this channel. And if you're an alliance, you definitely want to score as much as possible because you want more war funds. Well, to do that, you need to run these type of strategies, work together with your alliance, come together as a group. And if you do that, you're going to have success. And if you have more questions, comments down below, but also the Discord, hit me up. I'm here for it, and I appreciate you. Also, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the content that you've seen, let me know. I will answer as quickly as I can. Easiest way will be Discord, though, instead of the YouTube comments. Remember, this is a 3-day event, so prepare for it. Hopefully, this helps you for the return of the Mega Cube. Live long and prosper. Stay safe, other Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch you on the next video. And yeah, I'm outie.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.